Hey, everybody, and welcome to Joshing Around Milwaukee, the show where we celebrate people, places, events, and stories that make Milwaukee one of the most exciting cities in the entire country. I'm your host, Josh Albrecht, and today we're heading into one of Milwaukee's most iconic neighborhoods, the historic Third Ward. Known for its art scene, incredible restaurants, local boutiques, public markets, festivals, and creative energy, the Third Ward has become one of the city's top destinations for both locals and visitors alike. And this year, it's especially important because the Historic Third Ward Association is celebrating its 50th anniversary in 2026. Joining us today are Jim Plaisted and Jordan Dechambre from the Historic Third Ward Association. We're going to talk some really fun things like a couple of new events, Shop, Sip, and Savor, of course, the 50th anniversary, and the Third Ward Moon Festival, amongst all kinds of other stuff, because it's a hopping place. Welcome, Jim and Jordan.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, we're excited to have you today.
Yeah.
I do need to apologize to our listeners, those who are used to having two Joshes. There's only one today. The other Josh is out on vacation, which we love as a tourism bureau. We love people being on vacation. I'm sure the two of you love people on vacation too, because the Third Ward is always hopping with visitors.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Let's set the stage a little bit for our listeners, though. Jim, why don't you get started? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Sure. So I'm the executive director of the Historic Third Ward Association. Was hired in 2017. I succeeded Nancy O'Keefe, who was a formative executive director of this organization for 20 years. I've got a career-long job scope in community management and development. I started on the east side of Milwaukee, East North Avenue, also worked in Shorewood and the Wauwatosa Village. So I put those three together for a full-time job for a long time, and then one of the premier full-time jobs in my field opened up in the Third Ward when Nancy retired. So it's been an exciting 9 years with this organization. It's been so awesome to work with this group, the board of directors, the fellow staff we have. It's an amazing organization as well as a neighborhood.
And Jordan, what's it like for you? How long have you been with the Third Ward?
Yeah. So it'll be 4 years in June, which kind of feels like yesterday and also a lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the director of marketing and communications for the association. And I kind of had a winding career, that trail that led me there. I started out as a magazine editor, Milwaukee Lifestyle magazine, for 10 years. And then ended up working for the now defunct Bon-Ton department stores, RIP Boston store,
Right here.
and was in a fashion director capacity there. After the pandemic, transitioned into marketing. And when this position became available, it felt like the perfect fit. I had lived in the Third Ward at that point for 10 years. And loved the neighborhood, loved everything about it. Knew Ruth, who was in the role prior to me, very well. And now I don't know what I would have done had I not taken this role, because it's been such a perfect fit.
So, as someone who lived in the Third Ward, what's it like now working and living and thinking about it all the time?
Living and working become the same, right? And it's great in so many ways, because I understand what residents want that live there, and they tell me all the time, which is great. But also from the marketing role at the association, I fully understand what visitors are looking for as well. So I feel like it's a really unique opportunity to be able to kind of see through a few different lenses. And then, of course, we work so closely with our business partners in the Third Ward, all of our small businesses, 200 strong. And together, it's just this really great trifecta of people coming together to create quite a community.
Yeah. It only took me a year to move down. So I moved from Wauwatosa after I got the job. I moved down 2.5-minute commute to work on foot.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, it is a fantastic vibe, not only to live but work there. And we know when we go out to a restaurant or go to the public market or something, we're always on.
Yeah.
No matter what hour it is, but that's fine. It's just such a fantastic neighborhood. It helps us represent.
Yeah, it could be worse things to have to always be on about and always be talking positively about. It makes it quite easy. But living and working in the same spot, definitely gives you a perspective of the resident. Because Third Ward, I think sometimes people forget how many people live in the Third Ward.
We're guesstimating based on unit count. We've got about 3,500, 4,000 and growing. Residents in the Third Ward right now, and I think if you go back to the founding years, there were less than 10 at the time.
Yeah,
we go back to the 70s,
all the way back,
to the 70s
to
and
the
80s.
Yeah, because it began as warehouses.
It was a warehouse district. Yep.
Yeah, so that that has been exciting to see. I know for people who've lived here their whole lives, and even visitors who come back time and time again, to see the changes over the years has been remarkable.
Yeah, and it was a strategy. I mean, if we go to that original story of 1976 when the association formed, this was the vision that they had when the city, as legend has it, wanted to make the Third Ward a red light district. As these businesses started closing and the vertical manufacturing setup they were in those buildings, they wanted to put all the nightclubs, all the strip clubs down in the Third Ward. And a handful of property owners and businesses said, wait a minute, and formed the association and created a more unified voice. But as they started planning the next several 10 to 20 years, this was the vision, and this being what's out there today. And that kind of vibrant mixed-use neighborhood, that's exactly what they knew could happen.
Yeah, that long-term vision is so important. We're going to take a quick break, but coming up next, we're going to talk about some of the exciting new experiences happening in the historic Third Ward this year, including the debut of the Moon Festival and the new Shop, Sip, and Savor weekend, and how the neighborhood keeps reinventing itself while staying authentic. You're listening to Joshing Around Milwaukee. Welcome back, everyone, to Joshing Around Milwaukee. I'm Josh Albrecht, and we're here with Jim Plaisted and Jordan Dechambre from the Historic Third Ward Association, talking about the neighborhood's 50th anniversary year. And now one of the things I love about the Third Ward is that there's always something happening. We talked about that earlier. Tourists, residents, everybody's got something to do every single day, all day long in the historic Third Ward. There's a new addition this year, Shop, Sip, and Savor. We're calling it maybe just Savor, maybe SSS.
Right.
There's some nicknames going out there. We'll see what the people say,
Yes.
right? So this sounds like a perfect Third Ward experience. Jordan, can you give us a little taste of what this is about?
Yeah, absolutely. So Shop, Sip, and Savor really came about because we were hearing from a lot of small businesses that this year in particular, Small Business Saturday, due to the blizzard that came to Milwaukee that day, really hurt their sales. And, you know, we really try to do, our small businesses are the backbone of everything that we do in the Third Ward. So we thought, what can we do to kind of, you know, create a new Small Business Saturday, but in a slightly nicer time of year when less of a chance of a blizzard. It is Wisconsin, so you never know. But so we came up with this idea. What if we talked to our boutiques and our restaurants and our galleries, and we had them all create their own mini experiences for a weekend? So we're kicking this off May 30th and 31st. This is the inaugural event, but we are sure this is going to become a yearly event. Any of the 40 participating businesses, each one has a special activation happening within their space. So it could be a wine flight at Thief Wine, or it could be a sale over at Broadway Paper, or live music over at a specific boutique or restaurant. So everybody has their own thing going on. It pairs really well with Downtown Dining Week because for a lot of the restaurants who are participating in that, that is their activation for Shop, Sip, and Savor. So we've really been able to partner with our friends at Milwaukee Bid number 21 on that, Milwaukee Downtown. And we also are activating on the street level as well. So we'll have live music on Broadway. We have a pop-up art van, which is kind of a mobile gallery. We're bringing in a bookmobile that I'm totally geeking out about. So lots of fun things happening both Saturday and Sunday, and really great way to kick off festival season too, which is technically starting the following weekend.
It sounds like a perfect event for what I think the Third Ward is, like a signature thing for the Third Ward, and that's just walking around.
Yeah.
Like just walk the streets, see what you discover, hop into a store, stop for a coffee.
Yeah.
This sounds like a quintessential event for the
It
Third Ward.
absolutely is. And we're doing a few things to really encourage people to walk around like that as well. So every participating location will have a stamp. And when you come down to the Third Ward, we have brochures at every participating location. If you spend more than $20 at 4 or more locations and get stamped, you're entered to win one of 3 $500 plus prizes that we're giving away. But the idea is let's get people walking through the neighborhood. Everybody goes to Broadway, and that is amazing, and we love Broadway and every single retailer and restaurant that we have on Broadway. But we also want people to go to Milwaukee Street, and we want them to go over to Water Street. We want them to explore Erie Street and see everything happening in the neighborhood. So the brochure is really a great roadmap for people to do that.
Yeah, is there some the side streets are like you're like, wait a second.
For the gems,
Yeah.
Yep.
Why was I sticking to the main roads?
Right.
You know, those things. How events like this are making people walk through? How do you see the patterns change over the years? Do you see like growth in the walking of people to the side streets?
Yeah, I mean it's been an amazing transition to see all that foot traffic on Broadway, and the market does a great job generating destination traffic right to the neighborhood, and just as it's grown down Buffalo, down Chicago, down Erie Street, and it's a tribute to those businesses that are drawing people off of Broadway because there's so much activity, or gems like the Marshall Building and all the galleries and shops that are in the Marshall Building when you get off of Broadway. So yeah, it's been a work in progress to get people to, but the phone is helping people wayfind our information that we have on our website, and especially when you visit, especially your listeners who are out of region, if you will. Parking is not a problem in the Third Ward.
Right. No, not at all.
We have over 900 parking spots in the garages that our Business Improvement District owns. It's very affordable to park for 2 to 4 hours there. So one is at Milwaukee and Chicago, and one is at Chicago and Water. So don't worry about it. Come down, put those in your Google map, park once, and you can walk the rest of the afternoon.
Yeah, that walkability for any visitor, just don't even worry about it. I know the psychology of people. They want to see the front door of where they're going. Right. But the front door is the entire district. Yeah. It doesn't matter where you park. You're going to run into so many shops and restaurants that you want to go into. Just find a place to park and stroll.
Yeah.
Yep. Right.
Exactly.
Got it.
After the break, we're going to take right now, we're going to wrap things up with some rapid fire Milwaukee questions. We're going to talk about a 50th anniversary, maybe another special event. We're got a lot to get into in a short amount of time here on Joshing Around Milwaukee. Stay tuned. We've teased it already, and we got to get into it. You guys have a new event called the Third Ward Moon Festival this year. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, we couldn't be happier. So this is our signature event for our 50th anniversary. And when we were dreaming about our 50th anniversary and programming last year, one thing we kept coming back to was a 2019 event produced by Black Box Fun Now Joy Engine that brought in artist's rendition of the moon, Luke Jerram from Britain. It's called Museum of the Moon, and it's basically a 23-foot diameter, high-definition photography balloon, for lack of a better description. And it's going to hang over Catalano Square, over the fountain, and it's stunning to see in person, both day but better at night. And so we've got 3 days of programming around it, August 7th, 8th, and 9th. We can't be more excited to host not only this piece of art, signature art that is a worldwide phenomenon, but also to use it as our rallying cry, if you will, for our 50th. And Jordan can talk a little bit more about the programming around that.
Yeah, I mean, what we really did is we took all 3 days and we gave them a different theme. So on Friday is really kind of the big bang kickoff for the festival. So expect really high energy, local performers, exciting things on Friday. Saturday, we're really looking at the cultural identity and roots of the Third Ward. So you're going to see a lot of our cultural groups, people that you might be going to their own festivals at Henry Meyer Festival Park over the summer. And then on Sunday, we're really looking at wellness and also at just kind of the history of jazz in the Third Ward. I don't know if you remember, there was an event called Summer Sizzle that ran for many years. So we're partnering with Fresh Coast Jazz Festival and kind of bringing that back to life for an afternoon. So really exciting things happening, and it's a free event, so everybody should come out and check it out.
I love the blending of the history with the current.
Yeah.
That's a ton of fun. Of course, I'm a huge fan of public art. There's some other really great public art pieces in the Third Ward, right by the public market, the little birds across the street there. Yes. Some great murals. Yep. You have an app, correct, that helps people look at the murals as well?
I think Milwaukee Downtown does.
Milwaukee Downtown.
Yeah, but ours are included in that map.
So you can explore with your phone, see the city, and do a lot of really fun things. So I got a couple quick rapid fire questions for you. This is a tough one coming out first, okay? This is because it's so broad. You ready for this? What's your favorite thing about the Third Ward?
For me, it's the fact that it is a neighborhood within a city. I know people's names when I'm walking down the street. I feel safe all the time. As someone who grew up in Door County, where it was a very, very small little town that I grew up in, I feel more connected to this neighborhood than I ever have anywhere else. So definitely neighborhood.
Yeah, and I would say, and this is the geek in me, as somebody who's worked in, again, community management and development for most of my career, the Third Ward is what everybody's trying to achieve across the country and in other neighborhoods in Milwaukee and Wisconsin. And it's just amazing how this has come together. Again, the whole story that we would need a whole nother podcast to tell. But I just really geek out about how almost perfect from a mixed-use neighborhood urban planning sense that this area has become. And it's going to continue to grow.
Yeah, I mean, it is a true gem of the city. And I mean, it's on our front cover of our visitor guide this year. And so we know it's definitely a calling card for visitors. All right, if someone came up to you, a visitor stops you in the street, you're walking out of your house, right, and you're out in the street, and they say, "Where do I go to get a drink?" Middle of the day, what do you say?
Tide House.
It would depend if they were a cocktail drinker or a beer drinker. But if they enjoyed a cocktail, Tide House. If they like wine, two-way wine merchants. And if they like beer, probably over to Explorium or Wizard Works.
Yeah.
But if they want to just sit in the park and it's a beautiful day, go to the Third Ward Beer Garden. You can have all three of those.
Nothing better.
So they've already experienced the Third Ward. Where's one more? If they got time for one more thing in the entire city, where do you send them?
I think it's the Milwaukee Art Museum. I mean, just that whole, if there's anything quintessentially Milwaukee right now, I think what a great job the Art Museum is doing.
Yeah. And I'm an advocate for neighborhoods. So, and there are nearby neighborhoods that are so near and dear to us and our success, and that's Walker's Point, Harbor District, or even Brady Street, Easttown. I mean, this is a city of neighborhoods. And I'd say if you enjoy the Third Ward, here's another little funky neighborhood to go visit.
Yeah, love that. Yeah. So I know residents and maybe a visitor who's going to think about becoming a resident, right? They might want to get involved with the association. What's the best way for them to do that?
We are a membership-based association. So we have paid memberships for residents, businesses, and community partners. And so residents can join for $50 as a single, $75 as a couple, and that gets you access to all of our information and promotions that we do on an annual basis. Also gets you invited to exclusive events that are member-based only. We just had a member happy hour last night where we enjoyed the company of 50 of our members or so. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, it immediately engages you when you join us and immediately helps us continue our work along with the Business Improvement District to take care of that gem of a neighborhood.
And there's information about the association at our website, historicthirdward.org.
Nice. You knew where I was going.
I did.
So where do you go? And there's always something happening. So going there and checking out what's coming up is really important.
Absolutely. We have a page of the website called Happenings, which really tells you everything going on in the neighborhood. Our signature events are on the website. And then, of course, a full directory to all of our businesses. So it's really kind of the one-stop shop if you're visiting the Third Ward.
Yeah, love it. Big thanks to Jim and Jordan from the Historic Third Ward Association for joining us today. And congratulations again on celebrating 50 incredible years. Here's to another 50, right?
Yeah.
Hope so.
Awesome. If you enjoyed today's show, make sure to listen to us weekly on 620 WTMJ or our podcast at visitmilwaukee.org. Once again, until next time, support local, explore the city, and keep joshing around Milwaukee. I'm Josh Albrecht. Thanks for listening. Welcome back to Joshing Around Milwaukee. I am here with Jim Plaisted and Jordan Dechambre from the Historic Third Ward Association, and we are in the bonus round of Joshing Around Milwaukee. And this is the time of the show when we always ask the hardest hitting question out there today. This one stumps so many of our guests because you have to really get into your own psyche here and really what you really, really enjoy. So I'm going to set it up by saying at Visit Milwaukee, we say the city has a ton of great energy right now. We call this Fresh City Vibes. So my question to each of you, and Jim, I'm going to go to you first. What's giving you Fresh City Vibes right now?
Maybe not right now, but in a month or two. I've got a soft spot and a love interest in Bradford Beach. I grew up there playing volleyball with Dick Bacon, not alongside him, but going down there and watching him play and him teaching me as a young high schooler how to play beach volleyball. And then when Todd Goronsky did his magic at the now maybe 20 years ago, and I was kind of helping him introduce him to some of the county officials to get that done. And Bradford's just been reborn, at least in the last 20 years or so. So I always love the summer. I always love finding an afternoon to get over there. I don't play volleyball anymore, but I love still watching it.
Maybe from the Tiki Bar?
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. But the vibe on Bradford Beach is just quintessential Milwaukee, I think.
For sure. Yeah. Excellent. You passed.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yay.
I was so nervous about that.
Yeah, but now the pressure's on you, Jordan.
I know. You know what? Listen, 2 words: patio season. I am here for it. I am ready to sit outside Onesto with a glass of wine and watch the world go by. I am ready to sit outside the Edison and do the same thing. I love nothing more than sitting out on a patio, beautiful afternoon, people watching in this absolutely amazing neighborhood that we call home, the Third Ward. And I'm just so ready. So yeah, patio season all day.
And a special 50th anniversary patio season to boot, right?
I know. Yeah. And just knowing that our Third Ward beer will be coming out with Explorium soon for the 50th anniversary, and our coffee with Collectivo. So more things to sip out on patios to celebrate the 50th.
I heard, and maybe they're up already, and I haven't realized it, but isn't there 50th anniversary banners, like some decorations too up, right?
Yep,
so,
absolutely.
Any other secret things in the works for 50th anniversary?
Trying to think. Well, we did launch a new merchandise line, which I'm wearing the hat right now to celebrate our anniversary. We worked with local artist Whitney Nettles on that, who is just so fantastic, based out of Bayview. So definitely check out our merchandise line. But other than that, that Moon Festival thing is pretty big, and that's taken up a lot of our bandwidth for the anniversary, and we couldn't be more excited about it.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for sharing your Fresh City vibes with us today. That's going to do it for this episode of Joshing Around Milwaukee. Again, a big thanks to Jim and Jordan for joining us today and celebrating the 50 incredible years with us here in the city. If you enjoyed today's show, make sure to subscribe to the podcast, follow along on our social media, and share this episode with someone who loves Milwaukee. You can find more episodes, guest information, and upcoming features at visitmilwaukee.org. Until next time, support local, explore the city, and keep joshing around Milwaukee. I'm Josh Albrecht. Thanks for listening.
'Cause 2 Joshes are better than 1.